shapes and sizes, you name it. We're storming downtown Indianapolis, the Indianapolis Convention Center, the third largest convention center in the country. And Star Wars didn't have to pay for that. Yes.
But the stormtroopers in the Mandalorian are 501st.
That's another important point. Thank you for bringing it up. Do you know why that is? Exactly. So you guys remember the writer's strike that happened a couple years ago? I'll tell you a fun fact about that. The guy who, I mentioned the two magazines at the beginning, Got the Culture and Cosplay Society that ran. The guy who owns those is a writer for Marvel, DC, and Amazon. He's a Hollywood writer. He actually ghost wrote Infinity War. He was also waiting tables while he did that. Ghost wrote Infinity War, multi-billion-dollar movie, and he was waiting tables. The writer's strike, what happens is that companies could change your title, and because of the way unions work, you get paid based upon what your title is. So they could finagle the words of what you actually contributed, and ghostwriters were not required to be credited. So he has the proof he did it, but he doesn't have on-screen credits with his name, which means they don't have to pay him as much. So what that writer's strike did meant, in short, writers are now getting paid for what they actually did. You can't change their title. So the Writers Guild and everybody stepped up and defended them, and that's what happened. So that means people are getting paid more in Hollywood. However, TV show budgets are staying the same. There's just now less capital for the extra things. Fallout is a great example of this, the Fallout TV show. They were going to abandon the power armor that is in the Fallout TV show. If you know Fallout, power armor is essential to, they were going to abandon it because it was going to cost too much money. So what did they do? They hired an independent guy like me out of Texas who paid, and he made one suit that was functional. All of the other ones you see in the background are CGI. There's one functional suit because that's all they could afford and that was all they needed. The Mandalorian, a lot of those helmets were made by an independent guy out in New York. I know him, he's a really nice guy. He shared a few tricks with me on how they got the color right. 501st, same thing. It was cheaper to hire the 501st with their already screen accurate costumes that they already paid and own than it was to manufacture all of those costumes and then hire a bunch of extras that they now have to fit them into. Or you make one phone call to a 501st branch and you have 300 stormtroopers show up. Already ready to go. And they don't have to act, they just need to stand in the background and look pretty. So you don't even have to have trained actors. So this is actually a terrific time to be in this industry, and my target goal is within the next year to be bidding on TV and Hollywood contractors. That's kind of my, I would love to see Dungeon Guild printing in the credits of a Hollywood production. I would settle for a lame Netflix production at this point. But
Keep that eye out for you.
That's what's happening. Is